big numbers. Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number.
Coach, thank you. Well, you folks at home can see the evidence. Snow and supposedly a few inches yet to fall here at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
We play to win. Let's go!
Go. Sweetie!
Hey, pick your game up.
It's right 57.
He's checking. Crash.
Here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Hey, boss. Two. Hey, exit. Hey, watch.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, we're good.
On second and 11 now. Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
You got D like this.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Team 6.
Mike, 54's Mike.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
It's your time, baby. We did our part.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
You got tape. You got tape right there. Hey, I ain't left. Walk twist. Yeah. Check.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. On second down, it's Jones. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it. Rodgers to throw for it on 4. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That really sets them back. A loss of 6. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play. And facing a 2nd and long.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Sunday.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Watch the safety creep. Greystone, travel.
Check 99.
He's coming. We got double up.
And a give this time to the tailback. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Only 2 yards on the pickup there, and now they're looking at a long 3rd down.
Go. 20.
Mike 54.
Great 15.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Great 57.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch it.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Watch the next one.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Packers 14, Eagles
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard
74.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. And he floated one out there, incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
Yep, as a result, knocks it down. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
General West.
Mike's 50.
Hey,
Watch the slant. Watch the
flag.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch that. Watch that. Watch that.
82. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, look, 3.
Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Just like that. Just like that. Check 37. Check 37. Shoot. Check. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. SOS.
Kelly. Don't let Kelly.
SOS.
Box it.
Check safety. Check 26. 47 Mike. Mike, 47.
Quarterback, go get him. Hey, we are going to
Now a first down carry by Jones.
Check.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
You didn't want that.
Plant.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now to try the field goal, and here's Daniel Carlson. This officially a 55-yard attempt.
A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it. from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
They're on 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Right there. 54.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. Throwing on second and long. Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
Keep on coming, baby.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Lefty, lefty.
Brings up third down.
Undercrunch.
Here, shift.
Let's blow. Hey, 1 second.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
258.
Come on, let's go. Big Dan,
On first down, Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
On second down now, it's Jones. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check 15. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Run you. 150. Hey, you block over here. Hey, Mike. Slam. 150.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup there. 20 yards as they convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Duke Riley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Throwing now is Rodgers. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Haywood!
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Sunday. Hey, orbit.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
On first down, Wentz. The Sanders has got it, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Ready?
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Great.
On this defense, no game. Switch. Mike 54.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Dashing through the snow. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. This game really becoming a one-sided affair. Pick six there. It's in danger of being over before halftime.
And that's going to be a major league test for both of these teams because, look, you feel like you've got this thing locked up, right? But on the other side, in the other locker room, it's going to be a test of pride now. Forget speeches, forget adjustments. What kind of pride do they have to start the second half?
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you. Shift. Watch the shift. Check it again.
Again, it's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And to give this time to the tailback. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles get a score closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he will find the end zone again, so he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past.